My name is Renee, and I got into lacrosse as coming out the end of COVID. I was looking for a new sport to try after having playing softball for a number of years, and I was sort of looking what was going to fit in with my university schedule, and lacrosse came up on my Facebook page, and it was perfect training times, perfect game times. So I thought I'd come down and give it a shot, and I've been here ever since. I think being part of a team to me means working in a safe, supportive, and collaborative environment. Specifically at Brunswick Lacrosse, working in a team means being in a community where we push each other and support each other to achieve our own personal and team goals. I think growing up, there wasn't a huge push or there wasn't much advertising for junior girls to join community sports. And I think that's had a lingering effect on until sort of like your early 20s and your later teenage years, where as we're starting to see more women in sport in the media, in the Olympics, and in all of these national tournaments, that there's been a want to start and join sport, but a sort of barrier in how do I do that. So I think the biggest barrier women, at least I think my age, are facing is how do I join a team sport when I have had no previous experience, or you might not be as fit as you think you need to be, and sort of just these um, challenges in your mind that you might need to like get over before taking the plunge and starting. Growing up, I can't say I did have any particular female sporting idols, but since I've joined at Brunswick, I think I've been able to look to a lot of my teammates and seen what they've accomplished in the short period of time that they've been playing. Probably the most notable one is Tash, who's made the first ever women's box lacrosse Australia team and competed overseas late last year. And it's been really cool to be able to look up to her and see how she's progressed from a community sport to an elite level, and what she's been able to pass on and share her knowledge through to the club and the other girls in the team. They'd probably call me very organised. I am the team manager, so I do sort of give orders here and there about making sure everyone's got their sunscreen on and at training on time and stuff like that. So it's probably it. At Brunswick, I think the core of the women's side at Brunswick is spirit, belief, and determination. They're the values that we try and play by, and I think that really encompasses what it means to me. We all come to try and do our best, have our own goals that we want to achieve. It's very social, but at the end of the day, we're here to have fun, and we're here to socialize. Yeah. Yes, I do. It was probably the first legal goal I ever shot. I think when I first started, I was a bit slow picking up on the rules and what a crease was, and I went one on one with the goalie where I was nearly standing on top of her. And it took about 5 or 6 tries before I realised that you couldn't stand in the crease, and so I was running to goals, shot the goal, and then straight away looked down at my feet to make sure I wasn't standing in the crease. And when I realised that I wasn't, I was very, very excited and very, very happy. I would say just go for it. If you wanted to try new things, if you wanted to try new sports, if you wanted to try out for certain teams, don't worry about what anyone thinks. Don't worry about what what can happen, because it's not going to if you don't give it a shot. Yes. So in Australia or in Victoria, I guess there are 4 major avenues of lacrosse. The first is our field season, which is sort of maybe the most predominant one. The second is sixes, which is the version that's going to the Olympics, and it's just sort of a shortened field with less players on the field. The next most similar to sixes is probably the uni nationals, which is mixed, and it's 5-on-5 non-contact, and that's a very, very social version of the sport, and it's really fun to play. And then the last is box lacrosse, which is a little bit more hands-on, a little bit more physical, definitely a lot more gear and protective wear that you have to use, but that's also really fun. Yeah. So during my second year of lacrosse, I realised how much I enjoyed it, and I think I just wanted to share with as much people as I could about how great this sport was and how good this community was. And the way I saw that doing that was getting involved not only in the committee but as the women's coordinator for Brunswick Lacrosse, so that I could get as many people as I could, or show as many people that wanted to hear or who were looking for opportunities about how amazing this sport is and about how much fun they'd have if they came along and joined as well. Happy International Women's Day from Brunswick Lacrosse.